What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Got the Leeds versus Newcastle game coming up overnight, so give you my thoughts and predictions and possible lineup. It's going to be a bit of a weird one with all the outs, but yeah, before we get started, give me a like, subscribe and a comment, please. That'd be much appreciated to help me grow this channel and get it out there for all you lovely people to enjoy. So this may not be a necessarily a long video. It won't be like my other ones, 14, 15 minute mark. It's just going to be a bit of a preview of the game, where I think it's going to go. And yeah, like probably my prediction at the end. So where do we start? Must win game, need to get 3 points. It's must win. A draw isn't good enough. We need to start this run of games. We've got next 5 games with a win and nothing else. If we lose, it's going to be another meltdown from the fans, and we don't want that. We just want to keep it nice and calm. Don't get on the lads' backs. We'll be 5 games in after tomorrow morning. So look, we just got to support the guys no matter what happens here. So I guess we'll start off with my predicted lineup. So I'm going to work front to back. I'll go defenders last. So not too sure if Bamford's playing with that. Heard he done his hammy or tweaked a hammy, but if he's all right to go, I'd say it'll be him up front. But if he's not, I'd like to see Rodrigo get a crack up there. He's been playing midfield and he's not really been doing the job, but I'd really like to see him up front after that Burnley game last year where he scored 3 or 2, whatever it was, and showed how quality he can be. Rafinha out on the right, it's going to be nobody else, and on the left, Jack Harrison. Hopefully see Dan James a bit more in this game, maybe come on the 60th minute, 65th minute, and have some minutes and really show what he can do. Middle of the park, I think we need to go back to Stuart Dallas and Click in the middle of the park. I think Dallas had a poor game on the weekend, but I think he can work well with Click. I think Click's more that box-to-box midfielder. I've said before, I don't think he works that well defensively, but he's probably, and he's a natural midfielder, so he's probably better off being in there than Rodrigo at the moment. In saying that, if Bamford's playing, Rodrigo probably goes in the middle again. I think Bielsa's quite stubborn. I think he will stick with that, and I'm not one to critique Bielsa, so what he says goes, and I'm going to back him no matter what. This might be a good game for Rodrigo to play in the middle. It's not the greatest midfield to play against. Longstaff in the middle there don't really have attacking midfielders that will cause us problems in that space that Rodrigo leaves, being more attacking. And Newcastle being more of a defensive team are probably going to allow us to attack more, where Rodrigo's probably going to impact a bit more than what we hope. So than what we thought. So back then, Calvin in defensive midfield, that's always going to be. He's always going to be there. He's been phenomenal this season, and we really need to start pushing on for him. Otherwise, everyone talks about Rafinha leaving and Phillips leaving. Rafinha is the more obvious one to leave. I don't know why he would stay. But the one that we could keep is Calvin Phillips. So need to really push on now, get some wins, and try to show Phillips why he needs to stick around. And Rafinha, well, he might stick around, but I think after this season, I think he's going to go to a bigger club. I'm not saying Leeds isn't the biggest club in the world, but money talks. So this leaves us with the back line. So with Stroik out, having his red card upheld after Harvey Elliott had turned around online and said to keep his head up. He'll be back very soon. Even Harvey Elliott's backing Stroik, and the fact that the red card didn't get overturned is disappointing. But we move on. It is what it is. It's football. 3 games is a bit harsh, but it is what it is. Llorente injured. I reckon it's not going to be that long, but who knows how long not long is. He's been out for long injuries before, and a couple of weeks might be seen as a short injury, but it's still a couple of weeks. And the last one is Robin Cox, still out, I believe. So it leaves us with Cooper, and my feelings on Cooper. If you watch my other videos, he is not good enough. I'll back him, but saint-maximin running at him scares the daylights out of me. So what do I think Bielsa's going to do? I don't think he'll play a back five or the back three with the two wing backs. I think he's going to stick with a four at the back. I think he's going to push Ailing across into the middle with Cooper. He'll play Shackleton out on the right, which I'm not too fussed about. I think Shackleton will work with Rafinha quite well. Bit of energy, those 5-yard passes, get those 5-yard passes and the flicks around to Rafinha going again, because that's what he needs. He needs the deliveries, and Ailing hasn't been providing it, which means Rafinha's been quite isolated himself as well, same as Bamford. So hopefully we can get some service into him this week. And out on the left, Junior Firpo. I said he needs a run of games. He needs to continue that run of games. So yeah, there's nobody else but Firpo on that left-hand side, and I think him and Harrison will start getting their partnership going soon. They both work hard defensively. Just need Firpo to start pushing forward a bit more, and I think we'll have a really good team on that left-hand side, and obviously Melier in goals. How do I see this game playing out? I'm going to go and say 2-1 like the result last year. Reason for this is I think our backline is going to be very weak, and I think it's going to be a tough game. I think Saint-Maximin is going to give us a lot of trouble. A lot of people talk about his final product. It doesn't matter. He will still tear shreds off as he did last year as well. And if they just get that one or two chances, I think they're going to have a chance. They're going to have those chances to score, and it's going to be wide open. So the midfield really has to be on this week. It has to be on to back the defence up, and it also needs to be on to start pushing forward and create some more chances. So it does not look great attacking. So I think all the Leeds fans will feel a lot better if this week everyone just attacks better. And we start creating some opportunities. That's been our biggest thing. Creating opportunities it hasn't looked good. At least last year we created opportunities. We didn't defend well at first at the start of the season, but we were creating so many opportunities that it didn't really matter. We were beating teams 4-3 like Fulham. I think the defensive side will come like it did last year. Like I've said before, that whole thing about us having a poor backline leaking goals, that was only relevant for the start of the year. And I think the same thing's happened here. I think Bielsa's been stubborn. Thought he could be more expansive again this year, and he's going to have to learn that he's going to have to bring it back a bit more and play a bit more defensive at times and not be so expansive, which is probably hurting him, but at the same time, we don't want to get relegated. That's as simple as that. Not saying we will before you crucify me, but just saying we don't want to get relegated. Goal scorers will be Jack Harrison will get one, and Rafinha. Actually, no, we'll make it Lord Bamford and Jack Harrison will get one. Rafinha, 1 or 2 assists. I think they're going to have a good day. I'd like to see Rodrigo get on the score sheet, so maybe I'll go Rodrigo and Bamford get a goal just for the confidence. And then so 2-1. I don't know, Saint-Maximin might score. I don't really know where the goal will come from, but if they create opportunities, they will score eventually. Steve Bruce had a lot to say about us, and a lot of positive things to say about Leeds and Bielsa. So no hard feelings towards him, but hopefully we spank him 5-0, but I think it'll be 2-1, and I think we'll struggle a bit, but just want to see an improved performance, and that will make my day, it will make my weekend, and to see us get 4 points, to be on 5 points and pushing up the ladder, that will put the pressure off so we can all just relax and not for lack of a better word, crack the shits anymore. The fan base can sometimes turn a bit quickly, so I just need it to all settle down and just enjoy the Premier League and enjoy the football this weekend. Again, if you could leave me a like and a comment. It was a bit of a quicker video. Seeing as I worked today, I couldn't get a video out until now, and the game's overnight, so I've got a couple of things to do. But yeah, I'll get a video reaction out tomorrow afternoon. I've got a scan for my for my baby girl. Doing the 5D scan tomorrow morning, so it won't be until after that I get the video out. So fingers crossed that we win 2-1, 5-1, 6-1, whatever it might be, but just 3 points and I'll be a very happy man. And peace.